Now we are taking chapter number 14, which is very short and simple. The Banking Ombudsman and the Copra Act. Now, what is a banking ombudsman? The banking ombudsmen are nothing but a higher authority to address the grievances of the people related to the banking industry. It's a forum to resolve the problem of the customers if they are aggrieved of something with the banking itself. Now, which all banks are covered under the banking ombudsman. In the banking ombudsman, it covers the scheduled commercial banks first, which has the private as well as the public sector banks plus the foreign banks. And where how is the schedule decided? It's mentioned in the Schedule 2 of the Reserve Bank of India Act. That's you should know as an objective question. Now, ombudsman is applied on the scheduled commercial bank, rural banks, regional rural banks, plus the scheduled primary cooperative societies. In the cooperative banks only, it is applied to the scheduled primary cooperative societies. Now, according to at present, we have 17 ombudsmen existed in India, and there we can make a complaint to any ombudsman related to the regions we belongs to. Now, from where we can make a complaint? It's mentioned in the RBI website itself. There is a link for the ombudsman. You can go there, or you can directly mail to the person. Now, one important thing: banking ombudsmen are appointed by the Reserve Bank of India itself, and it's headed by the managers or the chief manager rank of the Reserve Bank of India. And what are the time periods they are for? The time period is for 3 years. And reappointment is possible for the banking ombudsman. Now we covered the important things regarding the banking ombudsman. Now the banking ombudsman came into picture in 2006, but it came with the retrospective effect of 1995. Now, what are the types of complaints handled by the banking ombudsman? The all non-acceptance, non-payments, non-observance are included in the complaints by the banking ombudsman. All the basic services, it covers all the basic services of the banking ombudsman. Okay, what are the circumstances under which the complaint will not be entertained by the banking ombudsman? The circumstances are: the one has not approached his bank for the redressal of his grievances first. For example, if the person is aggrieved because of some of the services by the banking industry, then he has to first complain with the bank itself. And if the bank hasn't solved the problems, or he has solved the problems but the customer is not satisfied with the problem, then he can approach the banking ombudsman after that. Now, the second one has not made the complaint within 1 year from the date. Okay, if some person is aggrieved because of some non-services by the bank, then he has to complain within 1 year of the time. Otherwise, the ombudsman will not listen to the person. The subject matter of the complaint is pending for the disposal, has already been dealt with at any. Okay, the third point where banking ombudsman accepts the request or complaint only if it is not complaint in any other court or the tribunals. Next, okay, the complaint should be bona fide. It should not be malified. Bona fide means with a very good, with a very positive intention, not to malign the image of some bank. They wants to complain, then it is not be entertainable. Now, the institution's complaint against is not covered under the schemes. Okay, the particular individual can only complain about the banking services. No other institutions or the organization can complain about. The subject matter of the complaint is not within the ambit of the ombudsman. Now, the banking ombudsman mentions that you have to make a complaint only if some of the things related to the banking services only. It is not applicable to all the non-services of the banking industries. If the complaint is for the same subject matter was settled, okay, if let's say the person 1 year before has already complained for the same complaint, and banking ombudsman has given its verdict for the complaint, and again the person is complaining again putting a complaint to the banking ombudsman for the same purpose, then it is not be entertainable. If the person is aggrieved, it not satisfied with the awards or the or you can say the verdict of the banking ombudsman, then he can complain it to the upper level of the banking ombudsman, which is a deputy governor of the Reserve Bank of India. They can complain to the DG of the Reserve Bank of India if they are not satisfied with the banking ombudsman. Now okay, we have covered this. Now we will move on to the COPRA Act. Why? Okay, COPRA is a Consumer Protection Act. Why we need this act to be read? Because we as a banker giving services to the customer, so whatever and everywhere wherever the services are applied, this COPRA Act is applied. So we need to understand the COPRA Act. The COPRA Act is nothing but a right given to the customer to protect the customer from the right given to the person to complain against something, or right given to the person to save themselves from the frauds or unfair trading means. Okay, now we will see one very important thing in the COPRA, which is very frequently asked in the examination. COPRA Act of 1986. Now this COPRA has a council and a commission. What is the function of the council? It will frame the policy. It will aware the customers. Like you must have seen the advertisement that Jago Grahak Jago is the responsibility of the council. Now these councils are divided into three: state, district, central. Now what is the duty? This district takes the responsibility of the particular district, this is state for the particular state, and this central for the national level, means for the whole countries. Now the state are chaired by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs of the state itself, and the district by the chairman. Now the commission, what is the function of the commission? What is the main function of the commission? Is to solve the dispute or solve the complaint put forwarded by the customer. Now these commissions are again three: district commission, state commission, and national commission. Now district will take the complaint up to 20 lakh of rupees. State will take 20 lakh to 1 crore of complaint. If it's more than 1 crore, then national commission will take the complaint if it's more than 1 crore. Okay, and the other function of the state and the national, if let's say some person complained in the district council and he is not satisfied what district commission has given its verdict, and the person is not satisfied, then he can complain to the state. And if the person is not satisfied with the state also, he can complain it to the national, and it's the national is the final verdict, or the final say, has its final say. Whatever the national say, they will have to comply with that. Even if they are not satisfied with the national, they can go to the Supreme Court, and whatever will the Supreme Court say, they have to take it, because that's the final thing in India for the grievance addressals for anything. Now recently in the November 2018, it's a thing which is not mentioned in the book. I'm just telling you to know the extra things so that it could be beneficial to you. So what's the thing? Okay, this limit of 20 lakh has been increased 1 crore. It's only been passed in the Lok Sabha, so they have to wait till the Rajya Sabha passes it, or the president gives his assent. But it's a very current affairs, so I am telling you, they might ask or not, we are not sure, but we should know. This limit has been increased to 1 crore, and the state 1 crore to 15 crore, and for the national it is 15 crore. Why the government did this? Because lots of complaint went to the national, and this national is overburdened as compared to the district and the state. So they in order to make the less burden to the national commissions, they give this new limit. So that's it with this chapter. Okay, we will take the next chapter in the next day, next 2 chapters. What you need is a practice. It's a practice. After just taking this basics, you just go to the question bank and solve as much as question as possible. The much you solve, the much it will be clear. The much it will be clear, the much it will be retained, and the much it will be retained, the much you can answer in the examinations. The better you will score. Simple. Okay. Thank you.